Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Hey. Yeah. Ooh, why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We are moments away from...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Newton. And Thomas has it.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Almost the full length of the field, a 90-yard punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. In a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Newton, he gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCaffrey on the counter, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Newton, and he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time. Here's Pollard, and he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got Rodgers. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit. Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going. Good sign on the opening drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They'll run on first down. Pollard. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Rodgers now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make our score 9-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Newton to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now Cam, option left. And holding it, maybe the wrong wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
And now here come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. 3rd down here. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Back to throw, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So we've come upon halftime here. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards the pickup there.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A good, good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
That was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hand.
Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. As his guys are back within a single score.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road. And boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. They keep on the ground without it. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now? That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Newton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
So now Newton and the Panthers down by 2 touchdowns, 2:13 remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Newton now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Newton. He gets it to Thomas.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Thomas has got it. Complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Newton on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to